The bad luck continues, boys. Very nice, very nice. I will now play the dash cam video from the moment this happened. You have got to be kidding me. She won't remember me if I wait too long, because I know that she's not messing around. You gotta be kidding me right now. You gotta be kidding me right now. Kind of ridiculous, right? So, I haven't spoken to my insurance. I have a $500 deductible, which kind of sucks. I immediately called USAA and I said, hey, this just happened. Like, how does this, like what do we do? And she immediately set me up with an appointment for Safelite auto repair for Thursday. Anyway, guys, I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back into the fucking business. It's happening. I haven't made a race video since the beginning of April when I raced that WRX. It's been 2 months, almost 2 months. That's ridiculous. Okay, as soon as possible, I'm setting up a race against an Evo, I believe it's an Evo 10, Evo 9, Evo 10, it's a 2010 Evo, so whatever that is. And then also a full bolt-on dyno tune 9th gen Civic Si making around 220 wheel horsepower. Well, not making around, making 220 wheel horsepower. And then also my friend Dakota, who actually lives not too far from here, he has a 10th gen Si with the PRL Cobra intake with the race mass airflow, and he's currently running the Ktuner 23 PSI base map. So honestly, I think that's gonna be a really good race. I mean, we're just gonna do like a straight line race. Anyway, I'm going to my house right now because I have to get my new Ktuner and send that serial number to John Vega at Fearable.net, so he can, you know, like resend the stage 1 tune to me, to my, you know, to my Ktuner. He did send it to me like the day before mine got stolen, but obviously I need a new one. If you guys watch my videos all the way to the end, you'll know a couple videos ago I told you that I'm planning on giving away my Ktuner version 1.2, the one that I'm gonna go pick up right now. So once Vivian and I move out of this shithole area right here, which is gonna be the second week of July, we're moving to the city named Rockland, and it's pretty nice. Anyway, I'm gonna get a Ktuner version 2. I actually have something really, really special happening with the Ktuner, you know, having to do with the Ktuner unit right now. And when I tell you guys what happened with that, you aren't really gonna believe it, man. It's there's some really good people out there. I'm very excited about that. I have the intercooler waiting at my house. I've just been doing homework, man. I've been doing homework and, you know, a combination of that and being lazy, I'll be honest. So other news, I did get an email back from the guys at Ktuner. Ktuner support emailed me back in the thread where I told them that my unit got stolen. And they said, hey, I don't know if you've purchased a new unit yet, but we have one that's slightly blemished and we'd sell it at a really good price. At that point, I had already purchased a new Ktuner from Fearable.net, so I told them thank you and I really appreciate that. So I just want to give them a shout out because they their customer service was awesome. Tell me in the comments your predictions on those races. I'm racing a 2010 Evo SE. I think those are around like 270 something horsepower to the stock, and it is stock. And then tell me what your prediction is for the 9th gen full bolt-on race, and also the 10th gen. I forget what year his is. It's not a 2020, so it doesn't have the different gearing. So that, on top of he just has like a different setup and a different tune, it's gonna be interesting. There's a pink Subaru BRZ. That's interesting. That's what I want to talk about. Okay, if you watch my auto news segment, which I posted on Tuesday morning, you'll know that I'm very interested in buying a project car, and I've kind of veered away from, you know, the Corvette and the Mustang, like the rear-wheel drive V8s, just for the time being, because those are more expensive, man. Like, if I wanted to buy a Corvette in cash, like a good C6 Corvette, I'm looking at the bare minimum, if I get lucky and find a great deal, like 15, 16 grand. But if I'm not lucky, I'm looking at, you know, at least 18, 19, 20. I was looking around and I noticed I started seeing a bunch of Scion FRSs and Super BRZs, like 2013 and 14s with salvage titles, and there's quite a few of them with less than 100,000 miles. They're going for like anywhere from like $6,500 to $8,000 with salvage titles. Like, holy fuck. And that's before like negotiations, so I could possibly get those for less. I don't know, man. Those Super BRZs, like, yeah, I keep saying that I want to get the 2nd gen BRZ, which is going to come out next summer as a 2022 model. I think that's going to have the FA24 naturally aspirated engine, making around 220 horsepower from the factory. So do I really want 2 BRZs, or for a project should I get an 8th gen Civic Si sedan? And then I can just, there's so many things I could do with that too. I don't know, man. I really, my heart is with a 9th gen sedan. I would love to find another 2013 black 9th gen sedan SI, but there are more modifications that you can do to an 8th gen, and I think for YouTubing, it would be better. It would be a better attraction if I had the K20 motor that was revving at 8,000 RPM. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think, what is going to be the best bang for my buck? I'm not going to get a car that I don't like. So that's not the problem. Like, I'm not doing this only for YouTube. Like, I'm doing this for myself too. But I want to make the right business decision at the same time. I want to make a smart business move. So if I got a 9th gen, I could probably squeeze out a year, maybe 16 months of like building content. And you know, I can get an 8th gen SI for, fuck, I don't know, 5 or 6 grand. I mean, I could do that right now. I'm not going to, but anyway, I'm gonna go inside and get my Ktuner, and I'll be back in a second. She's looking pretty hot, dude. I like this color a lot. You know what? We actually didn't do that bad of a job. My car is a mess. Don't worry about it, okay? I don't want to fucking hear about it, guys. Yep, I'm just gonna get some stock badges, wrap them black, and call it a day until I get this done. I'll probably get this done by Paradox the Rapper. He's here in Sacramento. It's like 20 minutes away from me, so. Okay, here's something for you guys. When I made my everything you need to know about the TSP Stage 1 video, I actually did leave some stuff out, both intentionally and unintentionally. One thing that I left out unintentionally, I wasn't aware of, if you turn on the main cruise control buttons, it turns rev hang back on. And if you turn those off, it turns rev hang off. So I've actually been going back and forth. I mean, with the problems that you have with rev hang disabled, there are some weird things that happen to the car, and it doesn't feel like it's safe. It doesn't feel like it's totally safe for the powertrain and my clutch. So like, I'll be driving here. I'll drive with the rev hang off right now for a little bit. Under harder acceleration, you don't really get those problems. But if you're not going that hard, if the engine's not under a big load, then it's just like it's jerky. So I don't know, man. I don't really want to fuck anything up. I'm making a reasonable amount of money on YouTube for the amount of views I get and my watch time, everything. Like, it's reasonable for having 6,000 subscribers. I made like $531 last month for May. At that point, that's barely covering modification costs. I mean, I've probably spent, holy shit, I've definitely spent over almost $2,500 on modification so far, and that's pretty much exactly what I've only made like $2,400 and some change from YouTube ever since I got monetized. So I mean, I haven't really made a profit on my YouTube yet. Definitely not something that I'm gonna go pursue full-time right now. If I could do that eventually, then that would be amazing. I still have, so my active duty contract, for those of you who don't know, I am active duty Air Force. My active duty contract, as of right now, it ends March 16, 2021. So I have about, what is that, like 9 months left? Definitely, as of right now, what I'm doing is I'm going to extend a year you can extend for 1 year at a time without having to re-enlist the full 4 or 6 years. I'm doing a promotion test next month, and I am studying really hard for that. I'm not trying to be a bum. So after I extend that year, that's a year and 9 months from now is when I would be getting out of active duty. Maybe, you know, hopefully my YouTube will be like popping, and then I can just, you know, the last couple months before I get out, just like spend all my free time on the YouTube stuff, and hopefully I see some growth. And if I can get to where I want to be, basically if I can be in a great spot, then I'll pursue YouTube full time. But I don't know, that's a huge if. There's only a few people, you know, who've gotten to that point in the automotive world, you know, like TJ Hunt. I think he's been doing it since like 2014. 2015 is probably when he started taking it seriously. Stradman's been doing it since like 2015. Street Speed 717 actually has only been doing it for a few years. And then you have Dustin Williams and Evan Shanks, who they've been doing it since, you know, Evan Shanks, holy fuck. I remember having my 2006 Scion TC when I was in high school and stumbling upon Evan Shanks videos back in, shit, 2012, 2013. So Evan Shanks was like one of the founders of car vlogging like we know it today. I don't think I'll ever get to that point of doing YouTube full time. I don't think I have the personality for it. Like right now, to break through all of the other YouTubers that are being successful, like how do I break through in that market, man? Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing it for fun and just doing what makes me happy. And if it works out, it works out. I would like to see 15,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so I definitely have a lot of work to do for 2020. I have another like six and a half months. So please share your ideas with me. I love reading the comments, and I love getting direct messages on Instagram and even emails from you guys. It really is a huge like motivation to keep on making videos, because I know that there are people that appreciate them. Thank you very much, guys, for being just being nice people. So that's really all I have to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I will see you next time.